Yo, what's up, guys? The Insane Game Freak here to bring you Pokemon Best Wishes episode 36 review. Okay, this was actually a shock. I didn't expect this to get subbed, but it got subbed. I watched it and I enjoyed it thoroughly. To give you a basic rundown of what happened in this episode, you have a bullshit rival who I fucking hate for multiple reasons. For one, she talks too fucking much, and two, you eat a man's food and you automatically come on my shit list. You go on my shit list when you eat my food. Bitch's name is Langley, and she's a Dragon Buster, which is a trainer who only fights dragon types. And the reason why she does this is because when she was younger, she fought somebody at the Dragon Village and got her ass handed to her. And bitch has a problem letting go. Unfortunately, there are not enough jokes made about her in the episode, and that's the only thing I don't like. The majority of the episodes really devoted to Iris and Dorizu, because we find, well, Excadrill, which is probably one of the most badass ground types and probably the badass Pokemon she has on her fucking team that doesn't listen to her. We finally get development on those two, and by the end of this episode, he finally, you know, opens up with her. They finally, like, you know, he finally listens to her. It took 36 fucking episodes, but yeah, he finally listens to her. So, pretty much, the Dragon Buster challenges Iris to a battle with a, what is it, a bear tick, I believe is what it's called in English. And it rapes her Axew and rapes Dorizu. I'm so used to calling it Dorizu, it's kind of weird to call it Excadrill. Even though I like the Pokemon, I played the Pokemon so many times. I had one in the game. I love the fucking Pokemon. The Pokemon is a G, period. Also, if anyone wants to, I would love to see this. If anyone makes a response, because there's a movie he has in here called Drill Run. In the anime, the first thing I thought when I saw this move is Giga Drill Breaker. And if you watch Gurren Lagann, you get that joke. I hope somebody fucking dubs that over. Like someone takes a clip of him using that attack and then puts the little dub clip of him screaming Giga Drill Breaker. Because that would be fucking awesome. That would be fucking win. That would be cool as shit. I'm hoping someone does that. That'd be awesome. I wouldn't even give a fuck. I would save that to my fucking... I would save that to my goddamn computer and possibly make that like a repetitive background that plays every time I turn on my computer. That'd be awesome. But anyways, pretty much she rapes Iris. They battle twice. The first time they battle, she completely rapes Iris. The second time, it's a draw because Excadrill starts listening to Iris, and the whole thing with her past is that pretty much when she was younger, we get to see a glimpse of baby Iris, which pretty cute. I mean, I liked her as a character design-wise. She looks cool as a character. She looks cute as shit when she was younger. They don't really specify what age, but it's not really a big deal. Pretty much when she was younger and she lived at the village, she used to hang out with all the wild Pokemon. She met Excadrill when it was a Drillbur, and they ended up fighting all the time because when you first meet Drillbur is like an asshole. He took over like a pet rat's he took over a pet rat nest and just came off as an asshole. And so Iris tried to fight a Pokemon, period. Not even with like another Pokemon. She just tried to fight Drillbur like 10 times. It took her 10 tries in order to beat it. She finally beat its ass on the 10th try, and they became kind of friends because during that fight, when Drillbur lost, Drillbur almost fell off a fucking cliff, and Iris saved him. And that's when they started becoming friends and became like a partner in a team. And pretty much, Drillbur has lost very few battles because apparently when they were younger, Drillbur was raping motherfuckers like hell. He actually evolved out of so many wins he got. Then there apparently was this little mini tournament at the Dragon Village. So they went into the mountains to train even more, which just honed their skills even more, and then went back and won the fucking tournament, that little tournament. We also get to see Drayton in a flashback. Apparently Iris challenged Drayton to a match when she won the tournament with Excadrill, because it had evolved by this point. And Drayton was like, sure, even though, because Drayton's the 8th gym leader, if you didn't know, if you had played white version. That's the one I played, white version. If you played white version, no, is it white version? Black version. If you play black version, Drayton is the dude you fought in that version. He appears in the anime in the flashback, and Iris challenged him to a fight after she won the tournament with Excadrill, and he pulled out his Haxorus, the Hax of all Haxes, Haxorus, which is Axe's final evolution. And it raped it. It raped the shit out of it. And this was actually the last battle they had where this thing listened, where Excadrill actually listened to Iris, because I will say there's a weird transition where it goes from like flashback stuff to current stuff, and it doesn't really notify you of doing so. So there's a point when I'm watching the episode, it cuts back from the flashback to present, but I never got that, so it looked weird. So there's like a scene playing with Iris and Derizu and Excadrill, and see, Iris doesn't look that much different except for like she got a little bigger, and I kind of didn't realize when it came out of the flashback, and that kind of ticked me off because I didn't realize that. But other than that, the episode was cool. I mean, pretty much that's why we learned pretty much the whole stupid ass text messages at 1 o'clock in the morning, or 1:41 in the morning. But pretty much the truth behind that whole thing is that, as Iris explains while sitting there laying with Derizu that night, maybe it's the fact that Excadrill Derizu may have realized that they couldn't win by like the first few attacks, but Iris didn't realize it, so they kept I guess Excadrill lost faith in her that day because he figured he followed her orders because she's never led him wrong. I mean, up to that point, they had 99 straight wins. They had never lost a match. And then they lose the match, and he knew right off that first hit. It was like, I'm not gonna be able to beat this fucker. But she's just like, keep going. He's like, alright, I'm moving my faith in you. He got his ass whooped. And he just said, fuck her, because it was like, you just led me in the wrong direction. I knew this from the beginning. It's like, why couldn't you see me? We've been working together for over 99 battles, and we weren't clicking enough for you to realize the same thing I realized the moment I realized. And that's the reason why he gave up on her. She also mentions that maybe if he had a long range attack, he would have had a better chance. Ironically, that night he wanted to open up to her, but she had already fell asleep. So he got up and went over there, and he started practicing. And we found out he was learning Focus Blast, and Iris woke up and was helping him train to learn Focus Blast. And by the end of the night, he got Focus Blast, and that's when the crazy Dragon Buster bitch shows up again because she eats all the fucking food for Ash and Dinto and Iris, and it was like, fuck you. And then she comes off as a bitch. I hope she's not a reoccurring character. If she is, it's gonna be a fucking annoying. She better not be a reoccurring character. That's bullshit. So pretty much we get this epic ass rematch between Beartic and Excadrill, and this was a fucking awesome match. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the shit out of this match. There were points in the match where I thought it was over, and it wasn't fucking over. It wasn't fucking over. Ends in a draw, but it was still a good match. And by the end of it all, Excadrill knew Focus Blast fully, and they were cool now. And it was actually really good development. Like, I enjoyed the shit out of that episode. So fuck yeah, awesome episode. It was cool as shit. I didn't like that little weird. The whole flashback on and off thing was kind of weird for me. So I didn't get that little. So there's a point where you might get thrown off in the sense of switching out in English. In English, maybe the English version will be better, but like there's some weird pacing issue that you kind of fuck up there. But other than that, it was fine. And next episode, from what I've seen in the previews in Cerebi, apparently Ash gets another fucking Pokemon. And I think he fights it with Tepig, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. And I hope he turns his hat backwards, because I am a huge fan of the hat backwards Ash and him throwing a Pokeball. And I'm also glad Tepig actually is getting some development. He needs to use Snivy more. Like, that's what's bugging me. He's not using Snivy enough, and it's actually starting to irk the shit out of me. Also, I believe Team Rocket's in the next episode, so I'm looking forward to that. Please. He probably does they probably do the stupid motto, and I'm not looking forward to that shit. I don't want to deal with the fucking motto. And I believe, oh, also those episodes that didn't get, I think I mentioned this already in the other review, but the episodes that didn't get aired because of the whole earthquake thing are getting aired. I just don't know which will come first. If it will come first in America or it will come first in Japan. Either way, they're getting reviews. I think there's the Team Rocket episodes, and then there's a filler that I saw a little hint of in this week's episode because of the Professor Oak stuff. They were talking about Pansage, and the clips they used of Pansage were from the filler episode of like the fishing shit. And apparently Bianca's in that episode too. So yeah, and then, like this other fish that looks, I forget the name of the fish itself, but it's really fucking stupid. It looks like a shitty Carvana ripoff. But anyways, that is my Pokemon Best Wishes review. Life's a game, play to win, gotta catch them all. Tell me what you guys thought about this episode in the comment sections below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.